2025 Chevy Corvette ZR1 is shaping up to be the most hardcore, track-focused version of the C8 generation yet. It follows the mid-engine revolution introduced with the base Stingray and sharpened even further with the Z06. Now, the ZR1 is stepping in to push performance boundaries even more, blending American muscle with supercar agility and European rivaling refinement. Here are 6 key points that define this beast. The heart of the 2025 Corvette ZR1 is a monster. It's based on the 5.5-liter flat-plane crank V8 found in the Z06, but there's a serious twist. Chevy has slapped on a pair of turbochargers. This marks the first time the ZR1 gets forced induction in the mid-engine era, and it completely transforms the power delivery. You're looking at an output expected to be in the ballpark of 850 horsepower. That's nearly 200 more than the already wild Z06. And the result is a car that rockets from 0 to 60 in around 2.5 seconds or less. The dual-clutch transmission has been recalibrated to handle the extra power, and the throttle response remains razor-sharp despite the turbos. Chevy has worked hard to ensure that the ZR1 doesn't just feel like a dragster, it's engineered to dominate road courses too. Expect high levels of grip, explosive acceleration, and track durability. Combined with launch control and performance traction management, the ZR1 is not just about speed, it's about controlled speed, and that makes all the difference. To handle all that extra muscle under the hood, the ZR1 comes equipped with significant chassis tweaks. The aluminum structure remains from the C8 architecture, but with additional stiffening in strategic areas to support the added downforce and cornering loads. Expect revised magnetic ride control settings that allow the ZR1 to stay flat and composed at absurd cornering speeds, while still maintaining some semblance of comfort on the road. But the real visual giveaway is the aero. It gets aggressive. Chevy has gone full race car here. We're talking massive rear wings, pronounced front splitters, dive planes, and underbody vortex generators. All of this works in harmony to increase downforce significantly over the Z06. It's likely that buyers will have 2 aero packages to choose from, a standard setup and a more hardcore ZTK-style track pack with an even larger wing and stickier tires. Cooling has also been improved with larger front intakes and functional ducts along the bodywork. This is a Corvette that's been purpose-built to eat racetracks for breakfast while still looking dramatic on the road. Every wing, vent, and fin has a role to play. This isn't styling for the sake of aggression, it's functional design done with intent. Inside the ZR1, it's a familiar Corvette layout, but with some notable enhancements that set it apart from the Z06 or Stingray. The cockpit remains driver-focused, with a digital cluster that likely features exclusive ZR1 graphics and performance readouts. Expect additional data overlays for boost levels, track timers, and G-force meters. The steering wheel is wrapped in Alcantara with carbon fiber trim, giving you that motorsport-grade tactility. Higher-end trims will offer competition bucket seats with aggressive bolstering and lightweight construction, ideal for track day warriors. Material quality remains high, with plenty of carbon fiber, leather, and micro-suede throughout the cabin. Chevy hasn't gone full Spartan like some supercars. This is still a livable interior, with dual-zone climate control, a high-quality Bose sound system, and even wireless Apple CarPlay. But make no mistake, the ZR1's cabin is tailored for focused driving. The seating position is low and racy, and visibility remains decent thanks to the Corvette's smart packaging. Optional tech like the performance data recorder allows drivers to analyze their laps in detail, making the ZR1 as much of a tool for improvement as it is for enjoyment. It's a fusion of comfort, technology, and race-inspired aggression that few competitors manage to balance this well. One look at the ZR1 and it's clear this is no ordinary Corvette. Building upon the sharp design language of the C8, the ZR1 adds layers of aggression and purpose. The front end is even more angular, with a gaping grille setup designed not just for aesthetics but to feed the radiators and intercoolers needed for the twin-turbo setup. The wider fenders house massive wheels and tires, giving the ZR1 an even more planted stance. Around the back, it gets an aggressive diffuser and the kind of towering rear wing you'd expect to see on a GT3 race car. The proportions remain tight and athletic, thanks to the mid-engine layout, but there's a menacing edge that separates it from its siblings. Expect exclusive ZR1 badging, optional forged carbon elements, and bespoke color options, including some loud hues that scream, "track toy." The overall aesthetic is more than just visual theater. It's the manifestation of everything the ZR1 stands for: raw speed, functional aero, and unfiltered performance. Whether it's sitting still or flying down a straightaway, this car has serious presence. It turns heads, sparks conversations, and demands respect, not just from enthusiasts, but from rivals in the supercar world. The ZR1 is engineered to blur the line between road car and track weapon. Thanks to its advanced suspension setup, adaptive dampers, and rear-biased weight distribution, it can corner with the best in the business. This isn't a brute force muscle car anymore. It's evolved into a legitimate supercar hunter. Chevy's engineers have tuned the chassis to be responsive yet forgiving at the limit, giving confidence to skilled drivers while still being manageable for amateurs. The electronic limited slip differential works in real time to maximize grip, while the carbon ceramic brakes provide consistent stopping power lap after lap. Steering feel is more direct compared to the Z06, thanks to recalibrated electronics and a quicker rack ratio. Tire options will include Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s for those looking to fully exploit the car's abilities. On the track, it's expected to outperform most of its rivals, even those with exotic badges, thanks to its balance of power, aerodynamics, and mechanical grip. And crucially, it doesn't fall apart on regular roads. While the ride is firm, it's not punishing, and the car can still cruise calmly when you want it to. That duality, the ability to tear up a track on Sunday and handle traffic on Monday, is what makes the ZR1 such a standout. The 2025 Corvette ZR1 might be entering the six-figure club, but it's still a relative bargain in the world of high-performance machines. With expected pricing starting just above $150,000, it undercuts European rivals like the Porsche 911 Turbo S, McLaren Artura, and even some versions of the Audi R8. Yet it offers more power, more drama, and arguably, more excitement per dollar. It represents the pinnacle of what Chevy can offer without crossing into hypercar territory, delivering world-beating performance wrapped in a usable, daily drivable package. There's no denying that it lacks the badge prestige of its European counterparts, but for enthusiasts who care about the driving experience above all else, that won't matter. Rivals might offer slightly more refinement or interior luxury, but few can match the ZR1's raw speed, capability, and presence. It's the ultimate expression of the Corvette philosophy, pushing boundaries, defying expectations, and delivering supercar performance to the masses. In many ways, it's a giant killer. The kind of car that proves you don't need to spend $300,000 to get something that'll make your heart race and your knuckles white. It's bold, brutal, and brilliant.